Good evening, my name is Sean Swabadisson and I am currently a full sail student in the Recording Arts degree program. Currently I am enrolled in art history and tonight I will be interviewing a professional for my field of study. Now this particular individual that I am speaking of is none other than Advanced Interactive Audio's very own Mr. Thomas Tadaya. Now Mr. Tadaya has been in the recording industry for years before ever considering game sound. Nowadays, he has multiple credits on multiple games, including one of my personal favorites, Assassin's Creed 3. To start off this interview, I asked, Mr. Tadaya, what do you see as the role of the visual arts today, particularly in your profession? Mr. Tadaya's response was as follows. Visual arts are relevant to a society's culture both in its reflection and its intentions. Attitudes of a society in general and among specific groups are witnessed through visual arts. Visual arts also plays a very large role in branding and marketing to the public. This affects our economy and, to a certain degree, our collective morality. Next question. New communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on your field or industry? And would you please provide an example? I believe this is having both a positive and negative effect. A positive effect will be the availability of news and information that might come directly from the source itself. The possibility of a situation like the Eric Garner video making its way directly to the public is a positive in terms of transparency. In the same breath, information is no longer vetted by professional journalists, which means that most of what we see needs to be taken with a grain of salt. Next question, please. What popular images do you see throughout your industry as a whole? I see a large amount of violent and sexist imagery in video games, mostly because these games were traditionally marketed to teenage boys. The general audience for video games has changed much faster than the updates to its imagery. Now I must ask, who is one of your favorite visual artists? And what kind of style of art do you like? I am a huge fan of Banksy. There are lots of similar artists out there, but he is the one I am the most familiar with. The combination of visual graffiti and societal reflection is something that appeals to me. Now, how has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process overall? I am a very big fan of M.C. Escher and Salvador Dali. The use of canvas space to convey technical trickery and mind-blowing imagery appeals to my audio sensibilities as well as my visual interests in art. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you, Mr. Tadaya, for that very interesting and informative interview. My name is Sean Swabadisson, and I am signing off. Good night.